brings the punter Bradley Pinion on to get us started. And we are underway from the Texas Capitol. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Going on here? Are they serious? First down, and they're in punt formation. And this will be touchdown inside the 20. They'll spot it at the 18-yard line.
At their own 18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
As a linebacker, you're taught to stay just slightly behind the ball carrier just in case he makes a cutback. But when you find the gap, shoot it. And he found it all right. Took it straight into the backfield and made the tackle for a loss.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Off the play fake, Young. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Young now on 3rd down. The guy's man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
No, they cheated to tie the game up when I was about to go up by 9 points. They brought my kick meter up with no I kicked the extra point with no kick meter.
To Jones, running right, dances by him. And he gets this inside.
My kicker just out there looking like
that's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
Just on the field with no
like this
thing next to him.
Breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Young. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
That was last week, huh?
To throw again. Young. Looking for Godwin, and he's got it complete. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 and the 15. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They go back to the ground with Jones. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
He was brought down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And he'll give it here to his running back. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Third and short yardage, Young. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Gay's kick is good. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
Set to kick off.
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. This will make it into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
23-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try and play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man.
And the Bears first down.
From the 50, it's gone. He'll get this underneath to Jacobs. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, here's Goff. On the crossing route, complete. It's Caldwell. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Again, Goff. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the from the inside, and there just wasn't much resistance.
No, not at all. That means that defensively, they timed it up perfectly and matched up perfectly. They drew all the blockers to the other guys, left a free runner back to the quarterback. And you know what a free runner turns into?
What?
A free hitter.
After the sack on first down, Goff. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. From the gun on third down, Goff. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted.
I see you, Devin.
It's Devin White, the linebacker. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
They were in a very good position to come up with a go-ahead score there. A really good drive. Instead, it turns into 6 points going the other way. Psychologically, I don't know what that's going to do to them.
So as a coach, you're looking at that as at least a 10-point swing, right? Because they had the field goal in their back pocket.
They certainly did, and you're right. At least a 10-point swing, maybe more.
It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip.
Desperados 10, Bears nothing. Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. Taken in the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker.
And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Another try after the first down sack. Goff. He's going to let this thing go deep for Caldwell.
Well, as we get ready for third down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on second down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on third and long.
A shotgun snap for Goff. Throw left side complete. It's Caldwell. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up fourth.
Fourth down.
If I'd have did that, my ball.
Goff and his guys not coming off the field. They're going for this. They're going to go for it. It's Goff. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And that will force a turnover on downs.
On downs.
Now a first down carry by Jones. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now here's Young. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Ball at a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. I think you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays were just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The line prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. See if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Out of the gun. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Goff. And Caldwell's got it in the middle. And a loose football. And this is picked up by the defense. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. Charles, he lost a fumble last week as well. So now back-to-back weeks, maybe you expect that from your tailback, but not him.
You're exactly right, because you work a lot with your running backs about how they have to protect the ball in traffic. But downfield, in open space, that's dangerous as well, because you may make someone miss, and their flailing hand can knock the ball away if you don't tuck it away.
They'll let it go deep for Beckham. And it's caught. Touchdown. Beckham. His first touchdown on the year. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
Matt Gay on for the point after.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up.
Yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Goff now looks to throw. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 22 yards there, a first down. Jacobs now.
When you struggle out of offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
2nd and 6.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multi.
And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked.
Well, they were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
He's going to let this thing go deep for Caldwell. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. Jones breaking from the contact. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice game.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. That'll get a little bit back, give him 5 on the run, and they'll be left with a 3rd and 13. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.